After I accidentally spilled my bubble tea on the most popular girl on campus, she immediately assumed it was my way of hitting on her. She stood there stone-faced watching me bow and apologize, thinking to herself that sure enough, I was about to ask for her number under the excuse of paying for her dry cleaning. I kept apologizing over and over. I'm so sorry, I did not mean to do that. I am running late for class. How about I add you on WeChat? I will send you money for the cleaning bill, and just like that, the girl pulled out a tissue and dabbed at her shirt. No need. She walked right past me on those long legs without a second glance. The bell was about to ring. I did not have time to think, so I sprinted straight toward the math building. Meanwhile, back where I left her best friend was teasing her with a sly grin. Did you just catch feelings for that underclassman? The campus queen looked like she had just heard the funniest joke of the year. She gave a dismissive little smirk. He is just some math nerd. Meanwhile, I finally burst into the classroom completely out of breath and slipped in through the back door hunched over. I plopped down next to my buddy Fang, and he looked at me like he was not happy about being singled out. He scooted over quietly and whispered, "Well, obviously they had to call on you. You are the National Math Olympiad champion. You are basically the face of our whole department. Professor Fang called on you himself." My stomach dropped. I immediately asked him, "What did you tell the professor?" He told him you had a bad stomach and ran to the bathroom and that you would be right back. I nearly blacked out on the spot. I almost spit out blood. Fang Baiyuan leaned over with a curious look on his face. "What happened to you? Why are you so late?" I frantically flipped open my textbook and muttered under my breath, "Do not even get me started. I spilled my bubble tea all over this girl on the way here." Fang's gossip radar switched on immediately. "What department is she from and how does she look?" I nodded hard. "Absolutely stunning." I tried to get her contact to pay her back, but she totally ignored me. Fang burst out laughing and slapped his chest. "She 100% thought you were trying to pick her up. Girls these days see right through that move." I still tried to defend myself, but her looks are genuinely out of this world. Right as I said that, I glanced out the window without thinking and spotted that same slim, familiar figure. A clean-cut guy was standing in front of her and I heard him say, "Hey, can I add you on WeChat?" I immediately switched into full spectator mode. I was sure this ice queen was going to shoot him down, but then she literally just pulled out her phone and flashed her QR code. I thought she was so cold and untouchable. Turns out she just collects guys left and right. Our eyes met through the window completely by accident. I gave an awkward little smile. I even gave her a small wave, but she just shot me a cold look and turned away. This girl has zero class, right? Then Fang poked me in the ribs with his elbow. "Hey, Yuan Sheng, what are you staring at? You look totally zoned out." I tilted my chin toward the window and said quietly, "See that girl out there? That is the one. She is the girl I spilled my tea on." Fang looked in the direction I pointed. His eyes nearly popped out of his head. "Oh my god, you messed with Bai Ningbing." He stared at me like I was some prehistoric creature. "I always said you were a hopeless nerd. You do not even know who Bai Ningbing is. She is the most beautiful girl at Jiangda, and her grandfather is the mayor of Jiangcheng." We were deep in the gossip when Professor Fang suddenly called on me out of nowhere. "Shang Yuan Sheng, come up and solve this problem." I jumped to my feet without even thinking, took one quick look at the problem on the board, and just called out the answer. The second I finished, the whole class exploded. No way is Shang Yuan Sheng's brain like a supercomputer or something. He solved that in one glance. Professor Fang gave a satisfied nod, then addressed the whole class. "If you all had even half the brain Shang Yuan Sheng has, you could scroll your phones all class and I would not say a word." The moment he said that, the whole room burst out laughing, with everyone cracking up at my expense. My ears turned completely red. I barely survived until Friday afternoon. I bolted back to the dorm, packed my bag, and got ready to head home. "Fang, I am out first. The book I ordered just arrived. I need to get back and sign for it." Fang gave me the most dramatic eye roll I have ever seen. "You absolute nerd, is there anything in your head besides books? By the way, are you not going to swing by the grad school to see your precious Wenja?" The moment I heard that name, I puffed up like an angry blowfish. "Stop running your mouth. Wenja already has a boyfriend. What if someone hears you?" He waved me off impatiently. Yeah, I got it. "Now get out of here! We are gaming together this weekend. Stop being a hermit at home all the time. Would it kill you to meet some girls?" I waved back and brushed it off. Yeah, we will see." Then I grabbed my bag and headed straight for the campus gate. But when I passed by the grad school building, my feet froze like they were cemented to the ground. I stood there for a few seconds struggling, but I still could not bring myself to walk, and Wenja was my childhood best friend. She was now doing her master's at the same school, but she had just gone public with a new relationship. So I decided not to bother her. I did not want her boyfriend to get the wrong idea. I had just made up my mind and turned to leave when I looked up and ran into that familiar face again. I was seriously starting to wonder if today was cursed out of this entire massive campus. How did I keep running into her? I thought I caught Bai Ningbing's expression stiffen for just a second. She was probably thinking I was bad luck. I ran all the way home in one breath, then buried myself in my study and started grinding through problems. By the time I snapped out of it, it was already dark outside. My stomach was growling. I had just gotten up to find something to eat when the door opened. My dad walked in with his briefcase. He casually asked me, "Been studying at home all afternoon?" I nodded. "Yeah, just working through some practice problems." "Dad, you are home early tonight. Are we just eating in or going out?" My dad thought for a moment. "Go change your clothes and come with me to a dinner." I froze on the spot. "What dinner? Why do you need me there?" he explained. "I made plans with Uncle Wen and the CEO of Xingqiado." I immediately started shaking my head like a bobblehead. "You guys have a serious business dinner. What am I even supposed to do there?" My dad waved it off. "It is fine. I already cleared it with Uncle Wen. Think of it as broadening your horizons." I could not talk my way out of it, so I followed him to the private dining room. Uncle Wen was already there. The second he saw me, he lit up and said, "Sheng, you came too. It has been way too long." "You get more and more handsome every time I see you," I politely responded. "Hello, great to see you, Uncle Wen." Uncle Wen was Wenja's father, and my dad's business partner of over 20 years. After we said our hellos, the two middle-aged men started chatting away about everything. I sat there bored out of my mind, scrolling my phone. Then I overheard my dad lean in and quietly ask, "How did Xingqiado blow up the way it did?" Uncle Wen jumped right in. "Right, it made the Fortune 500. Then again, it is Mayor Bai's daughter running the company. They obviously have government backing. The moment I heard Mayor Bai, my head snapped up. I jumped in curious, wait, Uncle Wen. What does Mayor Bai have to do with Xingqi Auto, my dad explained. The CEO of Xingqi is Bai Yilin, and she is Mayor Bai's daughter, Uncle Wen added. Oh right, Mayor Bai's granddaughter actually goes to your school. And apparently the CEO is bringing her daughter tonight too. My heart sank the moment I heard that. I was frantically trying to come up with an excuse to bail. When the door to the private room swung open from outside, a server led someone in. Was it too late to apply for a one-way ticket to Mars? Binding Bing's eyes locked onto me the instant she walked in. What kind of cosmic curse was this? How had I managed to run into her 4 times in a single day? She was not going to think I had been engineering all of this on purpose. Was she? Binding Bing's face stayed perfectly unreadable. She just shot me one cold glance. I quickly stood up along